Get out of my Caucasian house. 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 Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my Caucasian home. Yeah. Get out of my Caucasian home. Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house.
Just remember, y'all heard it from me first. No pot to piss in. Just to clear that up right now. You feel me? No pot to piss in. Stay tuned within inbox me. I'ma fuck with y'all.
Megan on Instagram or Tracy on YouTube says about me. What the fuck that got to do with me? What does your... And do you feel better about your reality? Like, does that make you feel better? I'm just wondering. I have so many questions. It's just shocking to me. Sometimes it's good to make poor choices because then you learn from it. Oh yes, and best believe everything is designed to happen exactly how it's designed to happen. You think that you're just walking in no direction. No, God has a whole pathway for you to walk. He has a whole plan for you. So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I trusted a lot of the people that I shouldn't have trusted. I might be out here looking however you want to make me look. It's about perception. However you choose to perceive the things that I do, that's up to you. I can be the bossiest boss bitch out here doing this, doing that, but you can still look at me and be like, oh, she's a failure. She's a loser. She's this, she's that. You can say whatever you want. My perception is not your perception. My reality is not your reality, right? Okay, let's just get that straight.
Hey guys, good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday, guys. Your perception is your perception. It's not my reality. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Thank you. Hell to the no, to the no, 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 to the no, 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 to the double no. It's Monday morning and it's members and mods. What's going on, guys? Your girl is Teflon Don. I had an ambulance here this morning and God is good and I am fine. And if you want to know the details, you'll have to go to Francoise Vlogs because your girl is blessed, blessed, blessed. Yes, I am so blessed. Okay. Good morning on a Monday. Hey, girl, who's having unwanted pregnancies in 2021? Who's over 30 years old? What? What? If the teenagers can control themselves, if the teenagers cannot make a baby, is it that the adult really wanted a baby? Because who in 2021, with all of this technology, with all of this know-how, with a little bit less estupido in our lives, and less shame about contraceptive, less shame about doing your slut walk, less of everything. Why in the world would you be caught out there as a married, abandoned, estranged wife with 3 children in the middle of a custody divorce, want to be impregnated, and you are still married to your baby daddy, and you are going to have to do a pregnancy test, my dear, if that marriage is not over, because I know who could find out who your baby daddy is. Your husband. He could demand a paternity test because he's still your husband. Hey, Gerard, if you want to give Lucy over here a hard time, slow drag that signature and make her take a paternity test, and we can find out, we can line up the suspect list and find out who is your baby daddy. What was a skit and what was for show? Girl, let's think this out. But yes, guys, I had a little bit of a medical emergency today, and but your girl is good. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. What? Huh? No way. No way. So the ambulance came, they left. They said they wanted me to monitor for 4 hours, and I'm okay. I had to I wasn't paying attention. I was in go mom mode, which is also called autopilot, and I fucked up, and I realized I did, like, right as I was doing it. Um, and my husband was getting ready to leave out, and I realized what I'd done, and I immediately just picked up my phone, called 911. I didn't even, like, he was hearing what I was, like, what I had done as I was telling it to 911. So the ambulance came, and I was good. I'm good. So, and I said I took a minute to get myself together, and I'm here. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. I'm glad I'm here. Girl, it's Virgo season. I was on the I was like, it's Virgo season. And one of the paramedics, she's a Libra, but she's a September birthday. And she was like, I know that's right. And I was like, I've got a whole birthday coming. Like, excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah. Girl, bye. We ain't got moms don't get sick days. Girl. Okay. Okay, okay. Yes, we don't get sick days. ZOLO, what now? She wanted ZOLO to be happy because he's her person. Girl, look, let me tell you something. Last thing you want to do is have a baby with someone you can't stand. Now, you might like him and the sex was good and all that, but you guys can't get along. What's the point? Okay? Because what's the point? That's all I'm gonna say. If they can make up and kiss and boo boo be friends, but I don't think so, because the fact that if he's with someone from Loyalty Gang Gang Gang, I mean, she might be Bougie Gang. She might be up in this chat right now. Who knows? But at the end of the day, if in fact this woman, um, I mean, clearly there's a problem. I mean, Olivia and ZOLO have been throwing mad shade at each other. I mean, still, he was at the little park with Boothang yesterday, and the jabs are nonstop. You guys peep that. Guys, good morning to everyone. It's members and mods up in here. If you are on the outside looking in and you want to be part of this collective official, know that you are. I don't care if you're in the bushes. I don't care if I'm a whole bitch to you. If you are here now in the morning, you're on notification gang gang. I am so much in your timeline that you may as well be subscribed. Yeah, you're bougie gang. Little do you know. Okay. Either you want to be here or you're just here. At the end of the day, you reconcile it how you want. It's bougie gang gang up in this thing. You understand me? I don't go places I don't want to be, and I don't go places I don't need to go. And if I do, certainly you're not gonna catch me out there. You won't catch me out there, okay? Okay. Um, I was very lucky growing up. I think I was just born into my Virgo. I never had a ramp up of like stupidness or using my powers for bad. I've always been able to muster and collectively use my powers for good. And I never really had that problem. Um so Anyway, it was so nice to meet a September birthday on the ambulance. Guys, I don't know what today's date is, but where's my notebook? I know I got some birthdays or whose birthday is it today? I need to look at my spreadsheet. Cause I know. Okay, let's see. Sipping tea with TJ, I think is tomorrow. Was that tomorrow or Wednesday? What's today's date? It's tomorrow, Sipping Tea with TJ. If you follow Sipping Tea with TJ, make sure that you set yourself a reminder, because I'm giving you a heads up on how to become Sipping Tea with TJ's favorite subbies. Okay. If you did not know, now you know. Tomorrow is Sipping Tea with TJ's birthday. So keep that in mind, and wish Sipping Tea with TJ a blessed birthday. and that we are so thankful and grateful, because if it were not for sipping tea with TJ, some of this tea we would not have. Hollywood, I was in the bushes for a little bit yesterday. I was so tired, but I was listening to your program, and Hollywood is over there on her live-ish, and catch it. So if you're not on notifications, get over there. Hey, Pineapples, good morning, hon. Good morning, everyone. We didn't do the formal good morning, good morning, good morning, because we're pressed for time. At least I am. So I got to handle my business. Okay. It's Monday and I'm behind schedule because your girl fucked up this morning and had the ambulance here. And if you want to know about that, I did go live on Instagram afterwards. I wasn't going to do like I was like, okay. And my husband had to stay home with me because I have to be monitored. Every little bit. Make sure my blood sugar is not going too low. Let's see. He's making money of the damn tuna, the tuna coffee cups. Wow. Sooner or later, it's going to get a little old, and we don't want to look at a certain point when you are the man in someone's life and the captain of someone else's heart. Courtney fixing mommy was good. Me personally, I would not like if my man was super petty. I'm going to put it like that. If my man was petty Eddie, mm-mm. It's okay to be petty sometimes. And I'm speaking for me. And if you're going to run a bone, run it correctly. For me, I don't like too much petty in a man, because then that straddles bitch assness. And bitch assness is not sexy to me. I don't care how sexy someone might be or think they are or whatever the case might be. Me personally, my man, I find that most alpha, very masculine men are not into the petty bullshit, but we can all be petty, right? Especially if you've got a wife on the internet or a woman on the internet and they are with the shits, then you might be with the shits. So, you know what I'm saying? So, are we perfect up in here? Absolutely not. I'm speaking for myself. But what I would say is this: I'm happy that my husband isn't like super duper petty, or petty at all for that matter, because that is, I don't like my husband getting up into the women's ish. Okay. Olivia Pope, thank you. And that's such a compliment from such a number one stunner as yourself. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And good morning to all my number one stunners out here in the chat, out in the bushes, wherever you're watching. It's Monday. Don't be mad. Be glad. Okay. It's a beautiful day. We are praying for those who have been affected by the hurricane. I hope that if you are in the sound of my voice right now, this nonsensical little broadcast of useless information will help you get through a period of time that maybe might not be so awesome, but at least will carry you through and take you somewhere where you definitely don't want to be, but something to get your mind on something else while you're trying to deal with any potential hardships or just, getting through that weather. Okay. So, good morning to everyone, guys. We love you out there. If you are out here and you are listening to this right now and you are going through a hard time, just know that you have to, you can't have the testimony without the test. Okay. We're having a little church up in here today. With the, to have the testimony, you must have the test. Okay. So show them what you're working with. Handle your business and keep it pushing. Okay. That's it. And that's all. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm here to provide your Monday morning motivation, especially to someone who is dumb enough to get pregnant while they're still married in a custody battle, showing lack of good judgment and good stewardship of thy box when you should be on pause, while you're getting a divorce and while you're trying to settle matters for your children. Now, I said this a couple of weeks ago, guys. At the end of the day, bitch, who's your baby daddy? Okay, because at the end of the day, you said you were not pregnant by ZOLO. So how did you get pregnant by someone in like literally 4 or 5 weeks? And you said you just had your period. So you just had your period. You don't ovulate. Let's take it back to fertility, guys. You just had your period not too long ago, whenever you film this. So let's say you filmed this about a week, 10 days ago. You just had your period. You said, I just had my period. So if you just had your period and technically you are sans baby, okay? Or it was implantation bleeding. Is that going to be the next storyline? Is it implantation bleeding or was it a real period? If you say it was a real period and you bled like a woman bleeds for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 days, however long your periods are, Olivia, we don't want to know. You're not pregnant at that time, okay? If you had some very red spotting that does not look like uterus lining, you may have had implantation bleeding that you thought was a period. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not your gynecologist. But at the end of the day, just having your period wouldn't have given you enough time to ovulate, sister. Do you understand that? If you just had your period, when between having your period to ovulation did you get pregnant? Because if you had a for real period, you can't, like, girl, like, what? You would be just finding out you're pregnant, because if you took this 2 or 3 weeks ago, it would have been too soon, and you would probably be 3, 4, 5 weeks pregnant. It would have still been too soon. It would have been too soon. Maybe 3, maybe 4. It would have been too soon. If you had a for real period and not implantation bleeding, bitch, this is a whole lie. And if it was implantation bleeding, unless you were fucking him at the same time you were fucking ZOLO, I'm sorry to get raw and real raunchy this morning. If you were having sex, if you were making love with your boo thing, girl, that's ZOLO's baby. Okay, that's all the way ZOLO's baby. And okay. Homie, like I said, and I said this last week, guys, rewind. Olivia, if you want to know the number one way to get rid of a new guy in your life and make him, I would love to know if he's still around. Maybe that's why you were talking about the music guy yesterday. The one who ZOLO was fanning over, according to you. According to Olivia, let's get this straight. I'm not calling ZOLO a fan, but I'm sure we all have admiration for someone out here. According to Olivia, there was an ex recently, right? Who was fanning over someone that she is currently talking to, who she wants to take her to the studio, and she likes him. But then also, is this the same guy that she's currently dating that she is going to tell she's pregnant? So clearly you're having sex with him. Is that the cop? So there's the cop, there's the guy at the music studio, and then there was ZOLO, and it hasn't even been 6 weeks, has it been? Has it been? Maybe it's been 6 weeks. I don't know. I'm not, like, my God. More than likely she's lying storyline. Yeah, I mean, girl, you trying to do too much with that box. Miss Muffins, what's going on? She's pregnant like her bestie Jazzy. Trap queening, basically. Setting them box traps and getting ninjas caught up from coast to coast. Okay. Life of Destiny, good morning. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's not okay, but it is what it is. People, show me some love this morning. I know it was an off time, so you guys were like, what is this for real? Is this the Love Lines and Lace Front show coming on at such an odd hour? What happened? Yes, it is. It is. It's me. I'm here. I don't like a petty man either, but Olivia deserves every bit of it. She probably won't know the difference because she's petty. So she probably likes that. She thinks that that's probably cute because she wants someone to match her energy. I wish I would want my man to match my female energy. Just think about that. Okay. Just think about what we're asking for, ladies. You want a man or you want bitch assness? Okay. You want your best girlfriend with a dick. I mean, is that what you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a bestie girlfriend with who can make love to you, or do you want a man who's a man who acts like a man, who is a man and is interested in man things, but you guys have interests together? Thank you, Trini Sexy Girl. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, is that, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, one of my best girlfriends, I do not want to be my man. Okay. So I mean, we can't expect our men to be women. We have to expect and we shouldn't even put them in that position to even want to behave like that. Okay. But whatever. Like, so I'm saying that to say this: if you're doing tuna coffee cups, at a certain point, sugar mama, this is just my opinion as a doll who's probably about the same, maybe we're similar age. Okay. And you guys know, there's an age difference in my home. Okay. Only 8 years, but there's an age difference nonetheless, 8.5 years. At the end of the day, the bottom line is, I would never, yeah, on some petty stuff, or maybe one run for some shits and giggles. But if that's the type of branding, if it's like shits and giggles branding, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do what you think is gonna sell. Okay. So cute. Me personally, this is me personally, and I'm just whatever. I wouldn't be building like, if I spent the morning like I am right now doing reactions, reviewing, Trini Sexy Girl, I just saw the manicure hands, BougieGang Gang up in this thing. Okay, we're not playing. Good morning, Yanni. It's one thing to roast and gag, but me personally, I don't know what anyone else wants to do and whatever anyone else can do what they want to do. What I'm saying is this, I don't see me taking it out of the intermerge, because if someone, people have feelings, sometimes they can feel that they can just be collecting information on how you're, potentially humiliating. So in terms of defamation, things like that, which we all know the parameters for defamation, and there is a high bar, and it is very expensive, and when people don't really have the money, it's not really worth it. But in terms of like a collective, a body of work, not just one situation, but over a period of time, this, and then this, and then that, and then da, 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 da. Me personally, I would not be continuing to create a portfolio of offenses. It's one thing to give your opinion, but tuna tartar type, I don't know what the tuna t-shirts are, but I guess I'll wait and see, and if they're cute, I might buy one. Okay. This too much, right, Mastermind? This too much, right? What happened to getting a divorce before moving on with another man in your home? Let's stop right there. Getting pregnant. Okay, let's stop right there. Also, petty men are not a good look on your arm. Absolutely not. I don't think so. Because understand, a petty man will be petty with you. And so just flip it and reverse it. At the end of the day, we know that ZOLO has been petty with Olivia. We don't even have to wait to see if he will be petty with Olivia. He's been petty with Olivia, and he's been petty in other things too. We've seen ZOLO in action. So Miss Nubu, of the Mr. ZOLO bands, she must like that. She thinks he's you so silly. She likes that. That's bae. So okay. You so silly. Oh, okay. You so silly. Let's see. Tuna's actually happy being pregnant by one dude, having just broke up with another, not to mention she's married. That's some 2021. Is that 2021, Jerry Springer? I'd be surprised. I thought unwanted pregnancies were almost a thing of the past these days, because teen pregnancy and unwanted pregnancy is at an all-time low. Do we not know this, guys? All of the good work that was done in the 80s and the 90s to make Planned Parenthood accessible, to make contraceptive accessible, to make it absolutely cheap for you to be able to get your year's worth as a young woman and not have to pay crazy amounts of money, $5 free even with your insurance. Because look at it this way, the insurance company would rather give you $600 of medicine for free rather than pay for pregnancies, your health care over time after having another baby, and throwing another baby into the mix. That just becomes more expensive for them. So the health insurance companies like to mitigate. So if family planning it does not include a new baby, because that's your choice. Insurance companies are not trying to not have you have babies, but if you don't want to have a baby, they're going to make it easy for you by providing you contraceptives to plan out your fertility, right? So there's no reason for anyone at this moment in time to have babies that they don't want, that they're not planning for. You get my drift? There's just so much out here available, accessible, affordable, free, that women across the globe have been educated on how to manage their fertility, where at one point in time we were not. And all we were that's why women had difficulty getting into the workplace in the 60s and the 70s. That's what a lot of the feminist women's movement was about, breaking through the glass ceiling because of perceptions of ownership in the household, of managing children. So over the past 40 and 50 years, a lot of your mothers, grandmothers, maybe even yourself in this chat, silently or vocally took place in the women's movement. And part of that was owning, even when you are married, being able to own and make decisions about fertility, and not just kind of like, well, 15 kids later, I didn't really know how to manage it, or I really wanted to work but I couldn't stop. We just decided to have more and more children, and we tried whatever, but it didn't work. And so whatever. So at the end of the day, contraceptive is there if you want it. If you are a large family person, God bless you, and have as many as you want. But there are some people out here who that was just, they're making definite choices and managing the size of their family, period. It's not so much of a, if God blesses us with another child, well, then that's what I'm going to have. And that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? But in such a precarious position of being a woman in the middle of a divorce, a woman in a custody battle, a woman who had her ass drug up and down the YouTube streets 2 months ago, a woman who just started back dating a guy she says she knows. But then also last night talking about another man. Well, not last night, the night before, was it the night before last? A guy that she finds sexy and who finds her sexy, not the police officer allegedly, right? That she wants to hang out with. So it's like, which one is it, girl? And basically, the jazz math does not add up. When you told us last week you had just had your period, you wouldn't have even had time to ovulate. So that wasn't a real period. That would have been plantation bleeding and implantation bleeding. Excuse me, I'm saying plantation. That would have been implantation bleeding. And at the end of the day, girl, you would be pregnant by ZOLO. And that would make you, in my estimation, somewhere at least 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Maybe 8, maybe a little over 2 months. Bitch, if you're over 2 months pregnant, unless you were not just sleeping with ZOLO, which he did put that out there once, girl, who your baby daddy? Who is your baby daddy? Okay. And another thing that she said that I was kind of like, girl, stop it. She immediately tried to justify having a baby by saying, I don't believe in abortion. Okay, sis. Okay. But I definitely remember you telling the story after during your Chrissy beef, at its height 2 years ago, and you came and had a tearful story about how you almost aborted Ryan. No, don't even mention ZOLO. She said it's not his. Girl, bye. It's how can it be this man's? She just started messing with him, and she said she just had a period last week. So last week, if she had just had a period, and even if it was a week or two before that she filmed this, because we never know when Olivia's filming stuff, at the end of the day, if you just had a period, then that wasn't a period. You understand what I'm saying? That would have been implantation bleeding. She can have us think what she wants, but you still married to a man named Gerard, and Gerard can demand a paternity test, and he can slow drag that signature. So he'd been married to you this long, and at the end of the day, you are still married, and technically that would be his kid, under the law of you having a child still in marriage with this other man. So you would need to have a paternity test. He could be on the hook for this baby. Gerard could be. You're talking about the rapper or the cop? We know she's not a boss. She's a boss of that mouth. Unless she was messing with both of them at the same time, okay. That's a possibility. Yanni says she thinks it's one of the new guys. The cop. I just don't think the math is adding up. Like, sometimes this is what I'm going to tell you guys. If you're getting ready to start a YouTube channel or you already have one, can you use some critical thinking? Can you do the math on paper before you start spitting facts and they don't add up? Because understand, people out here on the YouTube streets have actually really studied math. Some people are experts in math. Some people really teach math. Some people are just fucking smart. And at the end of the day, and they've also had babies. They also understand how ovulation works and fertility and all of those things. Can we sketch out these storylines before we start spitting stuff to people who you are just taking for granted, might not be super bright? And I'm sorry, Loyalty Gang, but that's what she's doing. BougieGang Gang would never fall for this type of lunacy, because at the end of the day, we know how to add dates. We all understand how ovulation works. If you're over like 13 and have taken health class, maybe graduated from high school, you would understand how ovulation, fertility, your period works. They talk to you about it ad nauseum while you're in high school, so you can understand, because if you're going to have sex, at least they're going to teach you when the times are that you might be fertile. And they start talking to us about this as very young people, don't they? In health, do they still do that? Don't they still explain this, at least in biology class and health class? I would imagine that they talk to us about how these things work, starting with the flower and all of these. I mean, they don't tell you this is how to not get pregnant. But when you look back, they are telling you about fertility, right? They're not talking to you about fertility, but they're telling you about how your body works. So most children are not on the level of maturity to understand to convert it in such a way. But if you think back, that's what they were teaching you, okay? They're teaching you about how your system works and how to when are the danger times, okay? Because if you are ovulating, that's the time that that babies can be produced, right? She said she doesn't believe in abortions. I was like, babe, please stop it. Girl, stop. You might not look, she may have changed. She lives in Florida. Okay. That's number one. Okay. And that's a little bit of a Florida joke, but she lives in Florida, which is ultra conservative. Unbeknown, you know what I mean? Like, guys, okay. She's conservative. She's MAGA, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But she's follows a particular ideology. So her saying that she is not for abortion, I get it. So that matches up. So no one can say that she is not walking as she's talking. If she says that she's conservative, she says that she voted for Trump, she says that she is Republican, then she is following the Republican talking points to the T by saying that she is not for abortion. But we happen to know a couple of years ago that she mentioned that she was on her way to have an abortion, but she decided not to. And thus there we have Ryan. Okay. So people change. Okay, it's a Olivia stretch, because we know that we have not necessarily seen the growth, but we're gonna give her, I'm gonna give her a little, okay, girl, we'll give you that one, but everything else is bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Like, I'm not buying any of it. I'm not buying any of it because the timeline doesn't match up for you to be pregnant with no one else other than Zolo's kid. And I'm going to go on the record for that. If she is truly pregnant, when that what's it called, the paternity test comes out, I'm calling it. Zolo Bands is the daddy. That's just what I'm saying. I could be wrong, and anybody else out there could be right. I just think that based on the math that I know, unless you were doing what you said you were not doing, which, hey, that would not be the first time, then maybe it is someone else's kid. But if what you have said is what you actually did, Zolo Bands, you're gonna have a busy paternity test year. Okay. Let's see. She is whatever is the moment. Absolutely, Dr. Amira. Yeah, she goes whichever way the wind blows. She's Cocoa for Cocoa Puff. She's cuckoo crazy. Okay. She doesn't know who or what she is. I'm like I said, who's having a oopsie daisy in 2021? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're married, there's no oopsie daisies. You're doing it. You're not doing it with protection. You guys are going in. You're doing things to make babies. If you are living with a man and you guys are going at it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I believe until she brings the baby home from the hospital. Yeah, I won't believe until she brings the baby home from the hospital. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, we're gonna have to see this pregnancy. And that's that on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look, if she's having a baby, good for her. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really unfortunate that babies are an awesome thing, period. And to increase the size of your family is a good thing. But to make your life difficult, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That we'll have to see what she says. If she's cool with it, girl, congratulations. Okay. Congratulations and mazel tov. Okay. And we're just gonna see what happens. I just think that when you are at a certain point, it's quite the phenomenon, guys, that there's a lot of women out here who, once their kids get to be a certain age, and it makes sense if you are growing your family. If you say, I'm having 5 kids, we're at number 3, yes, you're gonna have number 4, then you're gonna go to number 5, period, right? And that's whether you are married or not. You grow your family how you want and whatever dynamic you think you see fit to do so. I think that a woman who is out here consciously having a family as a single mother is consciously having a baby out here as a single mother. According to Olivia, this is a surprise. She seems surprised. So if you planned it, you would not be surprised because you would be like, yes. Okay. Okay. If that was a real reaction, or maybe like, yes. She was like, trying to remember what she learned in acting class. Okay. Girl, bye. It wasn't adding up to me. It was the acting for me. It was not the response that I would anticipate. If you were planning and plotting on that dick, I don't see the reaction. I think that you are dumb AF to get pregnant by a man you just started dating. There is no way that a guy is going to remain like not thinking that you're not a nut. That he, like, I'm sorry, who is watching her channel? Who has seen her channel? Who has seen the reaction videos on this woman and is thinking it's a good idea to take the condom off? Who did that? Wouldn't you be hitting your son with a dictionary if that was your son? If that was your baby father and you found out he took up with Olivia, if you are laying in the bed with a man who used to date Olivia, are you not looking like, what in the whole fuck? Married to, dated, booed up, whatever you want to call it. The list is long. Wouldn't you be look like, okay, number 1, you dodged a bullet, but number 2, Like, are we on the hook over here? We know it's not Brandon. We know that Brandon got scot-free back in February, right? But yeah. It's nice to have everyone surrounding you be happy. And of course, this is the internet and everybody is not going to be happy for you, period. Some people are going to be happy. Some people are going to be, hating. Some people are like, why would I be hating? Don't soak that in. If you're not hating, then don't even cop to that one. You might be in the happy crew. You might be in the I don't give a fuck crew. You might be in the hating crew. You might be in the I don't believe it crew. You might be in the girl, you stupid as hell crew. Girl, you might be in the you just had your last one going into preschool. Girl, what's wrong with you? You could be doing your YouTube. You could be doing your da-da-da. You could be are you like so many things, okay? Where he said if the baby is his, she still would never be first because his first baby mama. And who's even thinking like that? You would never be first. Well, of course, it's a second child, right? But all children should be treated on level playing field. But maybe is it that he comes from a philosophy of bitch and and that baby over there? I mean, are you gonna treat Olivia like a thought and you're gonna treat the baby like a bot? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that baby over there and that thought over there, that hoe over there. I mean, girl, that doesn't even make sense. So you will never be a priority because my first baby is a priority. Like, what does that mean? Already said that if the baby is his, she still would never be first. Bitch, you'll never be first. Isn't it funny how someone who is so mad and damaged about how she married someone when she used to be a cheater, they cheated on each other and was mad because he was a cheater and mad because he cheated on her, even though she cheated on him in the marriage first, that she would be mad over that. And then you get into relation with someone, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. 3 times they broke up with you and they reamed you out. They drug you up and down the street. Are we surprised that he said that his first baby mama would be first? Are we surprised? Are we surprised that he's going to put one baby over here and then one baby over there? I mean, what does that mean? So I don't know. I guess I would have to hear him actually say that to get a feel for what he actually meant. But if that's what he's saying, his baby, she still would never be first because his baby mama, his first baby mama is 100. Okay. Well, good luck with that, boo. Good luck. I find that super hard to believe. Then she threw in another detail about, I wonder if the doctor's office knows. So if you went to the doctor's office not for a pregnancy test, if you went to the doctor's office and they took a blood pregnancy test, you told them that you thought you were pregnant. They would have done a test in the office. I mean, come on. Oh, you think you're pregnant? Okay. They have you pee. They do a rapid. Even if it's negative, they might say, you know what we'll do? Okay, you're having all these symptoms. It really should be positive, but maybe if you beg enough, they'll go ahead and do a blood test. I don't see them doing a blood test on you if you weren't already positive in the office. That's number one. Guys, keep in mind, I worked in healthcare for over 8 years. I'm sorry. And I've been pregnant and I've thought I was pregnant and I've got a box and I've taken pregnancy tests. Okay. At the end of the day, being pregnant is not an emergency at the doctor's office. They're going to ask you if you bought a kit. Did you take one? What do you think? What's going on? Are you bleeding? All of the things, right? If they did a blood test, if they specifically did a quantitative blood test on you, they did it because they got a qualitative positive in the office. If they got a negative in the office and the symptoms aren't matching up, They would be like, if you miss another period, let us know. I don't even know if they would have brought you in for that during COVID, unless you were just there to anyway, or you didn't go to the gynecologist, you went to the urgent care. You didn't get a blood pregnancy test just because. And if you're there for blood sugar, if you're at your PCP and you happen to tell her you think you might be pregnant, they're doing a urine. They're not, frontline is not, girl. And if you got Medicare, girl, they are not doing a blood test on you until they get a positive urine. Girl, stop it. Would you stop talking to people on your level of understanding and thinking that you're smart, because you're not. You were not there. If you were there for pregnancy, you already knew you were pregnant when you went. Okay? You already knew you were. But if you're at the doctor's office for a tummy ache, if you're at the doctor's office for gas, if you're there for Rona, they are not doing all that. They might rule out a pregnancy, but they're doing urine, and then they're going to send you to your gynecologist. Maybe they would do a blood test, but keep in mind, you already knew you were pregnant. If they did a blood test and you're waiting for a result from the doctor's office to double confirm your HCG levels, bitch, you already knew you were pregnant before you took the EPT or clear whatever in the bathroom. Bitch, stop playing. Stop playing with us, okay? Stop thinking that you're not talking to 20-somethings who know a lot. Stop thinking you're talking to 30-somethings that know a lot, that are doctors, that are nurses, that work in clinics, okay? That have children, okay? Multiple children, okay? Don't think you're not talking to people with experience, okay? Mama Shell, what's good? We see you, hon. Good morning. Good morning, Kitten Zombie. C Talk. Guys, this is Riza. Good morning, hon. Good morning, everyone. This is members and mods. We made it do what it do today. It's a Monday. So I wanted to make sure that I took care of my members and mods Monday, because it's messy like that, okay? And Sunday this week is the first Sunday of the month. And if you want to be in the place when we do our members only live, guys, this will be, I don't even know. This will be maybe members only live Sunday. I don't know. I think we're coming up on a year, guys. We've been doing these first of the month Sundays for a long time. They are in the member archive where you can find content that is exclusive to you. It may have been on the YouTube streets. It may not have been. There's some stuff that is there that is just for you guys. There's chats that are in there that's just for you guys. I might put it back out, but it's not going to be with the original, because if it was recorded members only, it stays members only. If it's like members and mods open chat, and all of you guys out there watching, go ahead and hit that join button. Hit the join button so you can come and be part of the chat, so you can see all of this, see all of what you heard and what you can't see, and unless you're a member. We would so enjoy you. So come through. And that's that on that. So yeah, this Sunday, I haven't set a time yet, but Sunday morning at some point we will have a members only live. Usually I do record that, then I will cut it up and I will put that out for everyone, but it's going to be edited. It'll be edited, and it'll be how I see fit. So depending on what we talk about, you might get all of it, you might get some of it, you might get none of it. I don't know. It just depends on what's going on. Okay. Kiki Mad, how are you? Thank you for coming forth in the chat. Thank you, Kiki Mad, we appreciate you. And then shouts out to Trini, sexy girl. Thank you so much for the wonderful donation to this channel. I certainly appreciate the that was a lovely offering, and I certainly do appreciate that. I'm trying to click on it, but I can't get to it. But Kiki Man, girl, you're a real one. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you to all of you in the chat. Thank you to all of you in the bushes. Guys, so yeah, I had a troubled kind of morning this morning. A little bit of an emergency. I'm gonna put it out. I was in the garden, so I was talking to you guys. It was kind of scary, and I did feel like I was having a panic attack. I was panicking, period. I didn't go into full-on panic attack. I wasn't hyperventilating or anything, but I was panicking. I was scared because I knew, when mom goes down, that's it. I mean, daddy is key over here and all of that, period. But at the end of the day, when my husband leaves out the door, it's all on me. And I got nervous for a second, that I was just like, he was literally getting ready to walk out the door, and I screwed up one of my medications to the point where it could have been serious. But luckily, like before I could even say anything, I was like, and he was asking me, and I picked up the phone. I started calling 911. So, telling them what happened. So I was in after the ambulance left, and I got myself together, hypoglycemic. I put myself into a hypoglycemic state today, um, mistakenly. And but I'm okay, but I'm supposed to be monitoring every 30 minutes. So I've been on here about 50 minutes, and I am starting to get a little bit of a sweat. So it's possible my sugar's going low. So I might need to get something. I had some Greek yogurt and some granola. I'm getting to treat myself. They told me to basically carb load until 12 o'clock. So I'm rotating I'm rotating like orange juice or soda. And then food. So I had some Greek yogurt. It's probably time for me to get a sip of like soda or orange juice or something. Keep my sugars, because I took a lot of insulin in error. I picked up the wrong pen. Yeah, it's okay. That, knowledge is power, and I could have taken it and didn't realize it. I immediately, because the plunger, when I engaged it, it was a different feel. It's a different manufacturer. It's a different pen. It's a different color. I picked it up and I was on autopilot, and somehow, but yeah, it's funny story now. I can tell it a little bit. We were on the ambulance and everything. But I started rotating carbs to load, just because of course I did. So just to also keep my pancreas working, you don't want to have all of that insulin in there for nothing. So I'm continually feeding, so I don't end up like fucking up my kidneys and all of that stuff. So I'm good. Luckily it wasn't like a crazy, crazy dose, but it was way more way more. You bringing me something, dear? Thank you. Thanks, babe. My husband had to stay home with me because they were like, I could not be alone. Thank you, babe. They said I couldn't be alone. Now I'm sweating. My blood sugar is probably, babe, can you bring me my analyzer? Is it? Where? Oh, okay. Thank you, babe. Okay. We're doing a live glucose test, guys. Let's see. Let's see. I do have one of those things. It's like a patch that I can, it's got like a monitor thing. I just got that a couple of weeks ago and I still have not put it on yet. Actually, that would have been a perfect day for that today. So all I would have to do is like beep, and it gives me like a live reading. And I don't have to prick my finger anymore, but I'm like so freaking old school with this. Let's see. Get a piece of cotton. Let's see. Where are my cotton balls? Why did I do that in here? Oh. Okay, it's not bad. I probably shouldn't even drink this then. I'm good. Maybe I'm just hot. Okay. 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 I cannot eat anything with sugar after my gastric bypass. It's no bueno for me. Yeah, but I had to. I literally I had to. I would never normally be drinking orange juice like this. Okay. Down to 1.6 and normal of 3.6. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you are diabetic out here and you have not been monitoring, you have not been testing, you are not taking your medicine, you are not on the regime that your doctor has set forth for you and it makes you feel away, just talk to them. Let me tell you something. The last thing you want to do is mess up your kidneys. Last thing you want to do is go into renal failure. The last thing you want to do is ruin whatever little bit of functionality your pancreas may have, or even if your pancreas is completely fine, don't ruin it. Don't, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, keep that in mind. Don't let your health get away from you, because guys, I'm 50. This came about for me. I was kind of like a light diabetic. I used to take metformin, just pretty much metformin low dosage. And after I had Farah, it did a number to my body. And I've been doing this ever since. And a lot of it is managed by weight. And I am taking a lot less insulin since I have lost weight. I haven't gotten down everything that I need. I'm probably somewhere like 40, 50 pounds from where I really need to be, where I would see a major, major difference. And I'm working on it. So, but yeah, if you are not in, freestyle, I do have it. I actually do have it. It's on the kitchen table. I got it a couple of weeks ago and I just haven't used it yet. I mean, I'm just so old school with this analyzer. So yeah, I do need to. That's a good thing for me to do. My sister-in-law has one, so I'm going to call her and ask her to walk me through installing it today. And I'm going to, it will be much easier to keep up with. And I just don't necessarily want to have like a sensor on my arm, but I guess it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Because it could get to a certain point that maybe I'm using it for 6 months and I won't have to use it anymore. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. Anyway, I just came on to give my thoughts and opinions about what's going on with Olivia. We're not going to stay on if you this afternoon, if you guys want to do some call-in, we can definitely do that. I can come back like around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in that hour, so we can chit chat, and basically I'll just open up I keep saying the phone lines, drop the call in, and you guys can give your sentiments. We'll see what else is going on today, and I can get caught up on other events. But those were my first impressions of Olivia. Olivia is not fooling anybody. Olivia, you talk too much. Olivia, you're constantly like freestyling out here. Your timelines don't add up. Maybe you're hanging out with Jasmine too much. I'm not really sure, but understand the streets are talking. The streets ain't stupid. We know a little something something. We may not know everything about you, but you talk enough that we know a lot. Okay. And when you freestyle so much and talk so much about your business, understand that people are going to be in your business. So last thing, guys, she did mention, excuse me, this is bothering me. Last thing she did mention was that she was, this was her her last live, that she was going to, moving forward, only be doing her lives members. So I'm assuming either she's going to either cut them and post them edited, or she's going to they're just not going to be available. If you want to see her lives, then you're going to have to go to her her member archive. So I don't know. I don't care. Whatever she puts out is what I'm going to react on. And that's pretty much it. If she puts something out and it's available to see, then that's what I'm going to react on. I am not worried about no member stuff. If she doesn't want us to see it, I don't care. If someone else posts it, then we'll watch it. Okay. And then we see what we see. I did, le de eso un día. So, so is that to everyone? Have a beautiful day. To everyone. Basic Kitten Zombie's telling us to have a beautiful day. To everyone, have a beautiful day. So Sunshine, I take 6 shots usually. Okay. So guys, yes. I think Woohoo, I'm back. I don't think she realizes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it, but that's okay. It's not for me to understand. I told you guys I am perfectly okay with what I don't understand. When there's things I don't understand and does not make sense, it is totally okay to me. I don't trip over that. Because I understand and I have accepted that everything is not for me. And there's just going to be some things that are just going to be like, bitch, stop it. Just stop. I'm not even going to try to make sense out of that because you want me to make sense out of nonsense. And that's not my job. That's not my job. I can't do that. Can't and won't. Okay. Guys, if you are here and you have not hit the like button yet, go ahead and show me some love if you don't mind. I certainly would appreciate that. It doesn't cost you a thing other than to just admit that you were here and it was good and you enjoyed it and I dropped you some tea. If I dropped you some tea and what I dropped to you today was useful, beneficial, made you laugh, got you through your commute, or made you feel a way, good, bad, indifferent, holla at me and show me some love, okay? In the form of a like. All right, guys, you guys are so awesome. Virgo gang gang. Tomorrow, sipping tea with TJ. I'm going to look over my list. If it is your birthday today and I missed you, my bad, sis. Let us know down below. And I am going to community post you, but we are saying happy birthday to one and all August birthdays, period. August Leos, period. Leo season on, period. My daughter, she's a July Leo. Happy birthday to the August Virgos. And Virgo season is in the midst, okay, guys? And Virgo season is going to hit its crescendo in September. In just a couple of days, it's coming, guys. If you know a Virgo out here, let me tell you, the energy and the popping of shit and popping of collars is on 10. So understand, it's harvest time, guys. So the seeds that you plant are coming to harvest at this moment. And this is the season of Virgo. Okay. So that's why we're seeing what we're seeing out here on the YouTube streets, all of the foolishness and fuckery and all of that. That's why everything is coming out. Everything is being exposed. Everything is coming into its fullness, into its prime, into whatever. That is why we are seeing what we are seeing. It's Virgo season, guys. All right. Okay. All right. If there is not anything else, y'all. Okay, sunshine, medical advice, relationship advice, reactions, reviews, commentary, friendship, bougie gang, Virgo gang gang. Yes, you get that all over here. Okay, don't play with me. Guys, have an awesome day. Let's see. Okay, guys, have an awesome day. I will see you later on this afternoon. You guys said, I'm gonna put up a poll. You guys want me to come, like, literally, I'm gonna say, hi guys, how's everybody? Here's the phone line, and I'm gonna want y'all to call in. Can we do that today? Okay. Anything. Keisha, mommies, what happened in the ambulance? Tell me the story, whatever you guys want, whatever, right? Whatever it is, that's what it'll be this afternoon. Okay. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang It's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch. Cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.